Hey y'all, let's do a reading, shall we? We want to continue with the updates for those mutable signs that I promised. So this is Virgo. This is the update for going into the next year, but it is a timeless reading. So if you found this reading, you were meant to find it. We have the bottom of the deck being the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, and that's also driven by the Five of Swords. Okay. You ready? We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Death card. We're going to do 4 today. The Six of Swords. Wow. Wow. So heavy changes. Heavy changes for you. Virgo, let me adjust this light so that you can see this properly. Okay, that's much better. So natural light is always best, right? So a lot going on toward your greatest good. Toward your greatest good, towards the world's greatest good. Well, we've got to remember being mutable signs. So Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. What you've got to remember is that we're kind of responsible for being responsible in this time right now. And, you know, I can't think of any other way to say it. We're responsible for being the bestest, most amazing selves that we can be. It's really important for us to work toward the higher good. In this case, Virgo, your highest good is going to work hand in hand with the universal, cultural, worldly higher good. So that's awesome. That's good for you, easy for you, but is it? So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which was the bottom card. What's that? Let's look at it again. Reaping, right? The Nine of Pentacles is all about getting to the point where you can really sort of start to sit back and enjoy all your hard work. That's the end game to this series of events that's about to happen in the world. Page of Swords, adventurer for knowledge. Three of Wands is a place in your career where you can really step out and start to build something amazing. Requires community. Death card, endings. The endings of what? Always requires a new beginning. Death always requires a new beginning. In the energy, it just transmutes. So, Virgo, there are some things ending. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of transition. You've got the Six of Swords there as well. But this is all, that's a very, it is sort of ominous with the funeral hearse there, but it's not ominous. Let's do the Page of Swords. So the thing I love about the cards deck is the cute little applicable words that she included with this, with each card. The thing I don't love is her card choice. I would have chosen differently, but it is what it is. The Page of Swords deserves better than a Jeep Renegade. And a pink one too. Okay. It's not a smart car to own, is what I'm saying. Okay. It should be something dependable, you know? Okay. All right, Page of Swords, the bottom is the World. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords. We have the the Seven of Cups, excuse me, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, I think there's a lot informing your next move. And I don't know if this is past or future experience, but your experiences of heartbreak, loss, suffering, self sabotage, of overthinking your choices, your experiences with that are going to greatly inform how you go forward into this next chapter of your life. So the universe is like, be careful. Be careful around these. Be careful around how you regard and approach these memories and this trauma and what you've experienced. Be careful what you push forward into the world. So, there's that kind of cliche saying now that hurt people. And the universe is recommending don't hurt people. Don't internalize what you've experienced and then push it back out into the world. I think most Virgos are pretty good at transmuting pain into something else. But there's still a potential, especially in this energy, when things can get really overwhelming. 3 of Wands. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put this here, though. 3 of Wands. Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is fairly stable, and you can kind of like see the progression, see what work you've done, whether it's on yourself or with a community or with a job or with your social life. You can kind of see how far you've come. But then the next step of the Three of Wands requires community even more, requires a partner, requires communication, requires that you not work alone, requires that you not be a lone wolf, requires that you not do things on your own. That could be part of the hard part for you, I think, because it's like we were talking about in one of the previous readings, all signs readings, is that all signs, all people, that those of us who are hyper independent, and I think Virgos tend to be more hyper independent than not. Those of us who are hyper independent, it can be a real seismic shift, it requires real effort to pull yourself into a community, be vulnerable, open up, ask for help, be dependent on others for the outcome and success of a project. That's huge. That's so huge, isn't it? But it's important for this next step. You really literally can't do everything right now. Things are moving into a place where you need someone, some people, multiple people, a group, a team to help you in order to get to the next step. If you want to stay at this step forever, then you can do it all by yourself. But if you need to move or you want more, you need more people involved. The Sun is at the bottom. Three of Wands, we've got, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So much growth in terms of your finances, in terms of, I think, all the mutable signs have the opportunity to get really rich in this energy, like to make money hand over fist in this energy. So, keep that in mind, but keep in mind that the barrier for you will be that finding community and leaving the past in the past, sort of not carrying your wounds into the future. But there are definitely choices down the road for you. Will you go it alone or will you go with community? The universe says yes. The universe hopes that you will. And there's nothing but
I mean, the sun is the amazing life-giving energy. I think if you tap into it, if you tap into the part of the community is the universe. Let me just say that, right? So part of your community, part of those energies that will help you in this journey and will help you level up, is the universe. That's part of your community, okay? So tap into the universe more often when you're looking for solutions or you've got a challenging problem. Death card. Let's look at the death card and how it sits there. Do have a fly out. It's the page or the Knight of Pentacles. Why is the death card here? I think I just have this inclination that of all the mutable signs that are in this energy right now, you might have the most potential for loss and the most potential for things ending. So it's even more important for you. And I know you've had a hell of a couple of years. I know. But the reward at the end of this, and you won't even see, I mean, it won't take till the end of this. You'll see rewards along the way. It'll make it easier to clip along and let things go. But there's a potential for Virgos especially, I think, to feel a little bit more loss than other mutable signs. And it'll get easier for you as time goes on, because every time you lose something, you'll level up, you'll get something better. I hope that helps. But just keep that in mind. Every time you lose something right now, you're going to gain something even better. Okay? We do have justice on the bottom of the death card. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have Strength card. Yeah. And we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, just keep moving forward. Remind yourself, because, you know, if you have a little mantra, that keeps you going through the day, make part of it that every time you lose something, you're going to gain something better. Just keep that as a little mantra. Life is kinetic. We lose things all the time. And it is important to stop and process and grieve. But let's also keep our mind open to, if we can, to the potential of something bigger, greater, more wonderful, and more in tune with our soul's true purpose. Okay. Because I really do think that that's a potential for y'all, and I want you to stay as connected and grounded and forward moving and optimistic as you can. But you have strength. You have that inner strength, and you have all the tools that you need to keep that optimism. And why is the Six of Swords here? We already know, but maybe there's some more messages from the universe that we can gain. Why is the Six of Swords here? The Chevy Suburban is okay for this. I'll admit that. The Chevy Suburban is an all right choice for the Six of Swords. It looks kind of like a boat, and I think that's the only reason she chose it. But that's fine, whatever. Okay, all right. The Magician, of course. Of course. Let me tell you the power of the alchemy between the Magician and the Six of Swords. Like, it, in terms of a partnership of energies aligning for the greatest good, this is one of the best. If you're going to go out in a Chevy Suburban through life, making these big changes and traveling distances in order to relocate your soul. Having the magician's toolbox is incredibly important. Having that magic with you. All right, let's see what else here. The 10 of Swords. Interesting. Okay. The King of Swords reversed. And the Tower. That's a lot of energy to get you to move. That's a lot of motivation to transform right there. And that's how I want you to see it. I really do. And that's how the universe wants you to see it. It's the end of this suffering. Yeah. It's 10. Yes, this is the 10 of Swords. Yes, it is the ultimate suffering, but it is also the end of suffering. After this, that's it. And this doesn't have to last that long. You have a reversed King of Swords. This, and how I read it, is the characteristics of the King of Swords that tend to be a little standoffish, that tend to be a little emotionless, that tend to be a little know-it-all. That is reversing itself. So instead, you're going into a time of empathy, into a time of more consideration. You're sort of losing your guard, and Tower is going to make you do it. So this transition and this movement forward after all your hard work might take a Tower moment, but just keep those mantras. I can't wait till the next update already, because this is super powerful. Be extra careful to heed the advice here of building your community. If you have an existing friends group, I want you to pay very special attention to your communications with them. Even if it means setting an alarm on your phone every day at a certain time that reminds you to reach out to one of them. You know, you could have a group of 2 friends and just set that alarm, say, hey, reach out to one of these guys every single day. Respond to text messages, even if it hurts. Like, having that community and group around you is going to be crucial for this next evolution, this next transition, transmutation, this next phase of your life. So keep those people really close, and try to bring on new people. Try to introduce your friends that don't know each other to each other. Try to get a strong network of community, even if you have to go way out of your comfort zone in order to make it. And professionally, that means going to networking events, reaching out, inviting people to lunch. You know, emotionally, it can be reaching out via some type of meetup group, but really be vulnerable and really lay it on the line, because you need these people with you. So feel free to tell them what's going on. Let's do just 3 more for the heck of it. Actually, for some reason, and I never do this, I literally never do this, but what I want to do is pull on the 9 of Pentacles. So let's pull on the 9 of Pentacles. The driving force, the bottom card of all this. The 6 of Wands. Celebration. Fortune after long difficulty. Ace of Cups.
Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. There is a potential for you to grow love out of a tragedy. And I mean like a soul's true purpose. If you've been, it could go either way. So if you've been, what I'm really getting is you're really holding on to your, not your pennies in this case, but your dreams. Maybe you have had a lifelong dream that you always wanted to do one day, but being the Virgo that you are, you chose something practical. You chose something that would earn you a decent living, and you did it well enough to not get fired. What I'm saying is that this might seem impossible when I tell you this, but this might be the best time to move forward with your soul's true purpose. Even if you think it's absolutely impossible right now, I don't think it is. Now might be the time to move forward with that small business you've always wanted to start, with going back to school. Maybe you want to go back to law school and become a lawyer. These dreams that you've put far, 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 far back on the back burner, in the back of your mind, the passion that you've had for life, this soul's true purpose, this love that you've had for life, it has a potential to manifest itself into the money that you need to make. That's just simply put. But it's hiding pretty deep. It's hiding pretty deep, and you've been holding on to it so tight. But it is in moments where we reevaluate, where we lose our ego, where our sense of self is stripped from us, that we often go back to the starting point that made us passionate about life to begin with. So if that's you, and suddenly you realize, yeah, hey, I paint. I actually want to be a painter. I want to pursue that and spend more time with that. I think you really need to make those dreams a reality right now and put everything you can into them. You know, when people say this is the year, like 2025 is the year for mutable signs, does that mean that we get to slouch? Absolutely not. If anything, we have to work harder now because so much is available to us. It's like if you're a poppy harvester and suddenly, everybody's like, hey, the poppy crop is going to be amazing. And it's Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, who are the poppy crop harvesters. We don't get to sit back and let the poppies harvest themselves. We have to go out there and get it. So yes, it's going to be a bumper crop for us, but we have to actually go harvest it. It's not just going to come in on a wish. So that being said, if you plant these seeds of your creative development, of your soul's true purpose, of what you've always wanted to do for a living, of what you've always wanted to be for any reason, of what is in your soul that needs to come outside of your body, that you either need to take action on, or you need to look a certain way, or you need to be a certain way, be with someone of a certain way, now is the time. Now is the time to go for the guy or gal who you think is way out of your league. Now is the time to go for the job or the career or the passion that you think you can't do. You can do it in this energy. I hope that helps. There's a lot here. If I were you in Virgo, and I am moon in Virgo, I would totally watch this again because there's a lot here, and I did have to reiterate a few things, but what is best for you right now
is also best for the greater good of everyone. So for you to get into your highest and best self is the most selfless act you can do. Hope that helped. All right, everybody, remember that there is never, ever, ever in the history of mankind has there been a tarot reading that has been created from a vacuum. All tarot readings are influenced by the reader and the time in which they're pulled. So keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that this could be over the course of many months, perhaps years, and it could find you at any time. But for most of you, it's going to find you in 2025. And this energy is definitely here already. So thanks, guys. Good luck.